Welcome back, traders. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. And well, what happened this week for Bitcoin? We're gonna go through that right here. So currently what we've done on the weekly chart here is kind of backtest this breakout that we had here last week, right? So nothing really bad happening on this chart right now. We're actually just seeing really just a backtest out of from this break, okay? On the weekly time scale, we do have our SAR trend telling us long degen here. So this was a back test, completed back test here. We're going to see if we get follow through price action here coming this week. And we did just kind of did confirm a weekly MACD cross up. No squeezes here on the weekly chart to be aware of. So nothing in terms of Bollinger Bands here on the weekly chart. We are looking at the MACD candles here, maybe about to cross up. We haven't confirmed that cross up just yet, so we do patiently wait for that for the upside momentum, right? In terms of what we discussed last week, the 3-day chart, we still have not gotten above this 50-day moving average. Okay, I said that this was an area that we want to get above. Okay. And if we cannot get above this area, we will fall privy to coming back down to test the bottom of this range again, okay? And we all know that if you go back to test supports over and over again, obviously if they end up being lower levels of tested support, that means we could see lower prices, right? So I'm not completely confident that we're going to break above this 3-day moving average, as we have yet to do it. It's something to pay attention to. I'm not saying I'm bearish or bullish right now. I am kind of in a neutral standpoint right now. I'd like to see the bulls take the price above the 3-day moving average. That's pretty critical for us to see higher prices. And right now the bears are failing to push the price really down. So we're kind of stuck in this middling range right here, right? You can clearly see that this area right here, right, these areas right here on the chart are going to be acting as resistance areas. All right, and likewise for the supports down here, we have a pretty strong support here around this $38 to $42, $43,000 level. All right, and so that's kind of what the crux of this week is going to really be focused on. All right, and so I'd like to see again closures above that 3-day moving average. We're about to close this weekly right now. We're technically right on it and actually right below it, and we're just kind of consolidating here. I mean, like I said, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. We did get a back test here, and we're not bearishly engulfing. We're kind of just hanging out right here right now. All right. And the 3-day isn't a squeeze here, right? The 2-day triggered long here a couple days ago now. The 3-day has not triggered or fired yet, Bobby. Not on Heiken SG candles, but on regular candles it triggered, right? So that's the thing. We have mixed data here from regular candles, but we're gonna cover Tether, and I want to cover Bitcoin dominance. I am leaning obviously more towards upside here than I am downside, and a lot of that has to do with what's happening on the Bitcoin dominance chart for altcoins right now, right? So what we are seeing is kind of another rejection up here towards the top of the range for Bitcoin dominance, and this is a bearish descending triangle type of structure. Okay, we could easily see Bitcoin dominance come back down and test these lows again, and that will have a great impact on a lot of altcoins, right? We could see altcoins really rally once Bitcoin does do this. And as you guys can see, SAR trend is short degen here on Bitcoin dominance, so that's good for altcoins, guys. That is going to hopefully propel altcoins to make higher highs on price, right? Again, obviously it has a lot to do with what Bitcoin does and in which direction it goes. I just, again, would like to see Bitcoin get above this 3-day, 50-day moving average. That's really going to be crucial for it to make continued price action to the upside. Right now on the 3-day, we are looking at a short medium here on Bitcoin. So I'm just going to let you know to remain cautious, okay? Remain cautious. This doesn't mean we go down really hard or anything, but it could mean we do see a retrace back down to these levels again. And obviously, the more times you test the support, well, the weaker it becomes. So we're kind of in the middle of this area right now, guys. It's decision time for Bitcoin, okay? And for Tether coming down to the 128 simple moving average here, and every single time it goes below it, we obviously see lots of price appreciation for crypto assets. If you stay above it, well, you guys already know what will happen if Tether dominance stays above the 128 simple. We could see pullbacks, right? So something to be aware of, something to be noting of. Okay, set it to 1 to 5 minutes. Anyways, I can mess with this later, but yeah, we're getting long lower type stuff here on the daily for Tether, right? So just remain cautious, guys. Remain cautious. Remain cautious. We could see some fireworks right here. Again, we didn't get a closure above this area. I mean, technically, we didn't close below it either. We just closed right on it. So that's it. Just remain cautious. If you're in long positions, just remain cautious. You're in short positions, well, also remain cautious. This is like the middle of the range type of stuff. It's not like a, we need to either get a break above or a break below really to be pretty solid on which way this is going to break, right? But right now, we're still continuing to make these higher lows. Right now, we're still trying to push up here. We haven't really shown any real signs of true weakness just yet, okay? Even after this rejection here, it wasn't even really a strong rejection. We just got a back test after we broke out of this little range. All right, so that's Bitcoin. We covered a bit of Bitcoin dominance there. Traditional markets are down at the moment, 0.21% on the S&P, and then on the NASDAQ here also down 0.34%. Not really much help from those right now. And look at the fear and greed index. We're sitting right around neutral right now. Again, middle of the range type of stuff, right? So this is kind of what we want to be paying attention to. The Nupal chart, no real change here, just sitting in the optimism, anxiety areas right here. Right? And there was something interesting happening on the ETH BTC chart that I do want to kind of run through with you guys here. I did like what I was seeing on ETH Bitcoin. I was on the 3-day chart when I was charting this. And it does look really interesting, okay? We have some nice momentum shifting here. On the weekly time scale, you can see the hidden bullish divergence kind of curling around here, okay? The weekly MACD is looking like it wants to cross back up. Negative momentum is weaning off here versus ETH BTC, all right? This is starting to look really interesting. It is remaining to be bullish. And so we're going to see if we can break, if ETH BTC can break above this 0.077 area. That's pretty critical for ETH to outperform Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, we'll look at total 2. So total 2 putting in a nice candle here last week as well. Right, a bullish engulfing candle. Now we're probably met with a bit of resistance here. You guys can see this area right here. We really need to get back above that $1.3 trillion area. Or you can see the highs here from May. Once we get above that, we're looking at probably close to this 1.4 to 1.51 area. And then we can maybe talk about retesting the all-time highs in Total 2's market cap. So we'll see about that. So far, we're still making lower highs. All right. We do have that bullish divergence here that is taking form. The first level of positive momentum we've seen on the weekly chart since November 22nd. Okay, and this hidden bullish divergence here is playing out here on the weekly chart. Obviously, we saw some nice rallies out of altcoins here these last couple of weeks. Okay. I'm just keeping an eye on this tether chart, man, because it's still holding above the 128, right? It's still technically holding its uptrend here. And if it curls around and does one of these little attempts at a retest, okay, that could cause the market to sell off a bit, right? So you want to pay attention to what Tether is doing. We did actually trigger a 3-day. It looks like short. All right, we didn't trigger it yet, but on regular candles we did. So that could be that could be some preemptive stuff. All right. So ETH, oil, DXY. Okay. Well, we could look at DXY. So the DXY is actually right at resistance right now. Right at resistance, supply line right now here for the DXY. A pretty critical spot here. We technically made a closure outside of it last week. All right, but this could end up being a fake break. We'll see. We are in a daily squeeze, but this we'll see which way this breaks. It's going to be pretty pivotal for all assets with the way this breaks. All right. Sure, we'll look at XRP and Algorand. Yep. We're going to look at oil real fast as well. So oil, nice channel breakout here. I do have a move up to some pretty absurd amount, 289. It may not get there very fast, but it could. We could see oil kind of back test this break, maybe consolidate for a bit before going again, right? Kind of make the similar structure that it did up here, something like that on U.S. oil. And we can look at ETH, sure. So ETH, we could be looking at an ascending triangle here. All right, we got to break above this this potential neckline here. I'm also hearing people call this a slanted head and shoulders pattern. I don't know about that, but it could be. So we have to see if we can actually break above that left shoulder, right? But you have higher lows coming in here, man. I can't really see this as being a bearish structure right now. It's still technically bullish until it breaks below, you know, the lows, right? Below that $1,700 area. So I'm not bearish on it. It looks good. We got some hidden bullish divergence that's playing out. And we just started creating positive momentum here on the weekly. First level of positive momentum we've seen here since December 6th of 2021. All right, so ETH actually looks a bit better than Bitcoin right now, I would say. Especially with the closure above the weekly 21, we've reclaimed that area. I would like to see a break above this crucial spot here around 4K. That is going to be an area where it's pretty critical there for ETH, okay? Well, if you guys are appreciating the content here tonight, make sure you guys smash up the like button. That's appreciated for the YouTube algorithm. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys are liking what you see here, make sure you guys smash up the subscribe button and tick the little bell. We appreciate that. We got a lot of good things coming here for you guys. If you are a part of the SCP community already, obviously we have SAR version 5 coming out here shortly, and some good updates for you guys on the automation side. All right, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And we're gonna cover some more, I guess, some more coins here tonight. So make sure you guys throw those in the chat. We got some movers right now. It's like Shib putting in some volume here today. We're gonna look at XRP and Algorand real quick. Yep, we'll do that. So XRP looking good, still holding in this structure here. Right, holding within this massive pennant or massive triangle, whatever you want to call it. Defina Finance, Sergio, yeah, we can look at it. If it's on TradingView, we can look at it for sure. All right. Yeah, XRP just kind of consolidating here. It looks like a big move is coming for this asset. We'll see, man. It's a slow mover. But once you get a break, man, it's going to go. All right. That's XRP. We'll look at Algorand real quick. See those ones in the chat if you guys are enjoying yourselves here tonight. Algorand, nice little wedge formation here. Got a break. We could easily see a touch of the weekly 21 EMA, which is right around that 110 area. This is all if Bitcoin remains bullish, right, guys? Remember. And yeah, we are showing it, right? We got triple MACD, hidden bullish divergence here on the oscillators. It's looking good. Actually, Algorand looks nice. We are implying a major move back up here for Algorand on the weekly time scale. That's what this chart's saying to me right now, anyway. 3-day in the squeeze here. We broke the squeeze on the 2-day chart. All right, so looking good. We want to see Algorand get it back above this, the 128 here on the 2-day, around that 108 area. So stay above this 91 cent area. You can easily and real fast see a move back up to the top of the range, the next Fibonacci extension level around that $1.70 area, $1.55 area. We really see some big moves in the market here in the next week. All right. Got to see a higher high. That's the whole point here. We got to see this higher high come in here. It's got to break back above this 110 area, 111 area here, and eventually back up to these levels up here. Is what we really want to see here for Algorand. All right. And that's not really a good candle here on the 4-hour. ICP? Sure. I think it finally broke out of this little wedge that's been in for quite some time. So technically it's out. And it looks like you got a back test too, so you could see a continuation up to this area here, this $26 area. This would be your 3-day, 50-day moving average. If you ever were to break and close above it, well, you could probably see some higher prices, right? Sure, we can look at the NAS 100 here. I mean, not the greatest closure last week, right? Got a bit of rejection here. I mean, we still technically closed above the weekly 21, so that's good. We could be looking at a potential cross back up. Hasn't done it yet. Now, there is some divergence that's playing out here, right? We're going to see if we can get some a break of the 50-day here on the weekly. That's what we really want to see. Yeah, we can look at Tesla, sure. So the monthly last month closed, we basically negated previous month's candle, like literally made the same closure. And yeah, I mean, nothing, unless we start to see real follow through on the selling here, we could just consolidate and try to eventually push higher, right? This is the stock market here. So we'll see. I mean, we started making this negative momentum, but we really didn't see lots of, I mean, we did see some selling, but not anything too crazy just yet. All right. And we're still holding above the weekly 21. That's pretty critical. As long as we don't lose the weekly 21, guys, I think we're good. You start to see us making closures below the weekly 21, well, we could be looking for lots more downside, right? All right, so that's the NAS 100. We'll look at Tesla. So Tesla trying to come back up to backtest this area. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the short, to be honest, but well, maybe be careful in the short because you're actually showing a bit of divergence here on the oscillator right now, which is kind of playing out. You're kind of getting this push back up. But yeah, you're still going to come back to backtest. This was maybe like a fake breakdown. And, well, you see how you open tomorrow, man, because this could be an area where you could get a reversal back down after maybe an attempted back test here, right? So it could do something like this where it even tries maybe one more leg in to just suck more people in and then just dump it, right? So just watch out for that. Or at least to come and gap fill, right? I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to do this necessarily, but this could have been a fake breakdown, suck buyers back in to retest this rising wedge. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're already starting to extend here on the stochastics. It's already started to roll up, but you haven't gotten across yet. So Momentum is trying to shift back up here on the weekly, right? If this gets closure above this moving average here, we're gonna probably see higher prices for Tesla. So maybe initially we get this pullback, but you know, if it starts consolidating up here, I would say that that's a good sign. It's tough to be bearish right now. Just made a higher low and started rallying again. Triggered long here on the TTM here on the 2-day, right? We just triggered long. So we'll see how this plays out. But like I said, we could go up a bit more, and then if we reject it, you know, we'll come back down. If we don't reject it, we go back up. We go and test the all-time high. Sure, let's look at XAU. Sure. Yeah, this looks really nice, man. Massive bullish consolidation up here. We'll look at AMD. Sure, we'll take a look at it. Still the same targets, man. 180, 250, 200, and 206, right? Once you can break the top of this trading range. Nothing's changed here. This all looks really nice. Daily looking nice. You got that low and higher low there on the stochastic. Showed some hidden bullish divergence. You're in a squeeze. I mean, you're right at resistance though, so you're just going to take a push to push this through. But one test, two tests. This is your third attempted rally here. I would assume that you're probably going to get a nice rip. Nice break here. You can see the bottom and double bottom coming in. Very strong. Very, very strong there on the chart. AMD. Let's take a look at it. Okay, AMD. Kind of looks like descending triangle stuff. All right, now that doesn't mean that this can't break up. It can, but usually these are bearish patterns. So we're showing a bit of divergence here on the 4-hour. We could maybe this could be a higher low maybe being put in, right? We could maybe get another test back up to the supply line if we go bullish. If we go bearish, we're looking at, you know, a test of the demand line, right? And the more you test that, well, the weaker the support becomes. We tested it once, twice, 3 times, and still haven't yet to put in a higher high. So that's kind of weak, if you ask me. We would like to see that break up. And you got a rejection last week. You're below the weekly 21. It doesn't look too good, man, to be honest with you here on the weekly chart. Yeah, I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. Last week's price action was kind of a rejection, and we'll see, man. You break support, you're looking at maybe a big move down potentially. You know, test the lows here around 74 in the coming weeks is a possibility. Yeah, we'll look at waves, okay? There's not really much to look at. This thing's at all-time highs, right? So if this remains bullish, you know, $100 target easy, right? In time, right? In time. It's already way up there, man. It was already way up there, though. Find something that hasn't done this yet. Yeah. We never did get above that 3-day, 50-day moving average, man. I said that. That is something critical and crucial. We need to get closures above that. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea to short some stuff up at their all-time highs. Sure. All right, so we have a 15-minute squeeze that just triggered short here on Bitcoin. All right, so be aware of that. That did just trigger, like right now. But we are getting some nice bids that are coming in here right at this support around this 45.8 level. All right, we'll see if that holds. We do have 20 and 30 minute and 45-minute squeezes. Looks like we're triggering. We did trigger short on the 15, but catching some bids. That's good. Yeah, I mean, the shorts you want to take towards the tops of ranges, right? You don't want to be shorting middle of range or near a support, right? ETC looks like we go and test 50 bucks with the weekly 50 moving average. Yeah, that looks just like a nice consolidation right before maybe a nice little rip. Depends on what Bitcoin ends up doing, right? If it really starts to crash hard, then all these altcoins are going to get probably wrecked. So still okay here on the 2 and 3 day charts. Still in squeezes, right? So let's hope we squeeze up, not down. You're in a long and a short, nice. We're still seeing higher lows here. I mean, although we're not seeing higher highs, we are still seeing higher lows here on Bitcoin on the daily chart. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. If we really get a lot of bids coming in here, that'll be good. But you don't want to come back down to test all these supports. You don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. The 4 hour looks kind of not so good. Yeah. Let's see. We are getting some support here for now. Okay. All right. You guys have any other tickers or things you guys want to look at here? This is not Todd. This is Mr. Know-It-All. This is Evan. All right. Yeah, we just looked at Algorand actually. We did just check XAU. We've also checked that. Yeah, so Algorand's still like short degen here on the 2-day. The daily looking like maybe longs coming back in here. It looks like it's just consolidating here at this level on the 4 hour. But that could be good, right? We could see this could be a bullish consolidation happening, where we could see a move back up to the top of the range. Again, this is going to depend on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin just starts shitting to bed, then we're good. SRM, sure, we can take a look at it. Of course, if you guys are enjoying the TA, or you want me to specifically look at something, you guys can always, you know, use the tip function there. That's always great. We appreciate that. Not necessary, of course, but always a driver for motivation, right? So here's SRM. I did have some sort of harmonic structure on this. Did get a nice break, and I mean, ultimately, if this whole pattern plays out, we're looking at all-time high test of 13 bucks. We'll see. It's going to depend on what Bitcoin does. We can look at Luna and Link, sure, and AVAX and Atom. So Link got to get a closure back above about 20 bucks. I would say 19 bucks. And that's the weekly 21. You want to get a closure back above it. You are showing some weekly bullish divergence here. And this is looking pretty good for Link. Dot, we can look at Dot. Angela, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, brother. Let's see. So, Luna, Atom, AVAX. Yeah, Atom's still looking nice, man. Making this nice rounding bottom here. You can see that looks really good for a continuation. At least to come back up to test the top, right? 40 bucks. We'll look at AVAX here. Still holding within the channel up, so looking really nice here on AVAX as well. Nice weekly bullish hidden divergence here with a nice squeeze here forming here on the oscillator. All right, so Luna, yeah, Luna's been on a tear, man. This coin is just it just looks like it triggered a weekly. Wow, it triggered a weekly squeeze long. Beautiful. That's significant, guys. That's a significant squeeze that just triggered. And well, yeah, $223 is your next target, man. I mean, once you break above this fib, this thing can just keep going. Nothing stopping it. Nothing up here. Angel, I'm still holding my ETH and Bitcoin bags. You know, obviously I did take some profits in December. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely still be accumulating some altcoins if you really want to be, especially the majors. Right? Everyone's got different goals, different things they're trying to achieve, so. Check Aave, sure. We got Dot, Strong, and what else here? Dot and Strong. Yeah, okay, let's look at Strong first. Ooh, this one got pretty wrecked. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, you came back and did a rising wedge, the rising wedge drop. You didn't get all the way back down to the bottom, but you could still do that. It's a possibility. All right, don't rule that out. Rising wedge played out here. So we could see, well, so thanks so much for the $5 euros, man. 5 euros, appreciate that, brother. All right, so you're in the middle of the 786 and the 618. I would say that you're probably going to see 90 bucks potentially on this asset. Would make the most sense. You could get a nice retrace first, though. You know, you maybe have some sort of harmonic structure forming here on this. Like a nice M-shape formation. But yeah, you could see 786 or even 886 harmonic, right? I would say look for value areas down here between $90 and $65. Strong. All right, so that's Strong. We're gonna look at Aave and Dot. Aave looking really nice, right? Nice, nice bounce right off the 128 there. All right, still in a down-sloping channel. You got to see a break out of the channel here for Aave. You're back above the weekly 21, so that's important. That's good. Right, nice little cross up there on the MACD. Got a 3-day trigger on the TTM. Very nice there for Aave. We could, I mean, it's looking like you're definitely going to see higher prices based off that. So let's see. Where is Aave heading? Well, $300 here in the short term. You break 300, you'll see 700 real quick. And who knows if it does above that. We're looking... yeah, like probably 1,000 up to 2,000. Like this range here, if you break the all-time highs, you're going to price discovery or something, right? Let's get above 300 and make the channel break first, though, right? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right. FTM we'll look at, and then Dot, right? Yeah, so FTM, I think last stream I said we were going to get a test of this this 21 weekly, or the 21 weekly EMA, which we're right about to test right around this 175 area. I suspect we'd go and test that. All right. Yeah, this is the range, so kind of in the middle of it right now. What else were we going to look at here? Dot, right? Dot falling wedge, right? Testing the weekly 21 right now, man. We may not break this right away. We could pull back and maybe make a higher low. Something, double bottom, or we'll see how this plays out. It really going to depend on what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin holding that $46,000 area right now. We were just talking about that. Some nice bids that came in there. All right. Another asset here I'm looking at is Kadena. This was a call out that was given today around $7.40 region. Okay, I do think this looks nice. We did get above the 3-day here, and we are in a squeeze, and this one looks really tight. You can see on the Bollinger Bands here how tight it is. We did break the squeeze up. It does look like we're going to see a big rally out of this one. So I'm in this position right now. I do feel like we're going to see some big movement out of this asset. Not financial advice, of course, guys. Remember, do your own research. It was a node wedge, yep. GMT. GMT, I think, hit the 1618 fib extension. I think it's done for now. Literally touched it. There's not really too much TA you can do on this asset. Literally just went straight up right now, so. The candles are white. We could be maybe making some sort of cup here. It literally came to the 1618, touched it, and pulled back. And we could be making a cup. It's possible. Again, not enough data on this chart really to really get an idea of what it's doing. But the 4-hour looks like it's setting up. We're going to squeeze again. So 4-hour looking nice, right? I believe Kadena is its own blockchain, Jungle. I mean, the Kadena is its own blockchain. Yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin to the 4-hour does not look too good, right? We're getting a cross back down here. Yeah, careful on 88, man. I don't know. This doesn't look too good. We could be forming some more hidden bearish divergence there. I mean, yeah, you did round out here, but I don't know, man. Upslope and consolidations are not usually too healthy. Just watch it. You start breaking this demand line, man, you got trouble, right? So the weekly 50 days, right around 45.6K. We could go back to test that. Or even come back down to test the weekly 21, which is right around 44.4. Let's see. Pretty critical week here for Bitcoin. All right, guys. Any last requests? HNW? Sure. I just gave the down target, man. A retest of the 50-day. And on the weekly here, the weekly 21, which is right around 44.4K or 44.6K. CME. Look at the CME's shirt. Sure, we can look at Neo. So you can see the accumulation happening here on BTC, right? Just higher lows and higher highs right here. I got a nice parabola looking structure right there. I'd like to see this hold, right? This area here, if it comes down to test it again, hold it and rally off of it. Okay, that's what we want to see on the CMEs here. That's the bullish case scenario. The bearish case scenario is we come back down to the parabola and we break it and we back test it as resistance. And we break it, back test it, and then just kind of go down. But we'll see how this plays out. It's still looking good for now. All right, guys and girls. We could see something like that, man. A lot of these assets are showing weekly hidden bullish divergence, which could result in higher prices for them. And we're also kind of seeing the same thing on Bitcoin. So I keep talking about that $48,000 level as being a really critical area. That is a critical level right now. I definitely don't like this 4-hour closure that we got. This to me is it's kind of a dragonfly doji reversal candle. We'll see if we get follow through on it. We so far haven't seen follow through on it. Like, we're still holding these lows, right? We're still holding this area here. We could come back down to test this again, like the 45K level where we broke out from. We'll see. I don't really see too much follow through just yet on the downside price action, but we could be getting that. It looks like we could be getting there, right? We're getting lower high on the wolf pack here. So on the next 4-hour candle, I'm maybe looking for downside. All right. Cycle repeat chart says, let's see. Cycle repeat chart says we topped out and we're just down from here. That's what the cycle repeat chart says. So. Oh yeah, we forgot to look at Neo. So got to the supply line and pulled back. And the weekly closed pretty good, right? But we got up to the supply line here, and now we're pulling back. Yeah, this could be, I mean, you did get a long squeeze that came in here on the 2-day chart. You could get a break here. We'll see. Depends what Bitcoin ends up doing, all right? So pray for Bitcoin. Hold the 46K level. Get back above that 48K level and onto that $50,000 range is what we really want to see. And for the bulls, 53,000 like 800 is a really big area to get above. So see if we can do it, guys. All right. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream here tonight. Make sure you guys smash up that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys smash up the subscribe button. Tick the little bell. Join the Discord if you haven't done so already. Lots of free trades happening in the main chat. And if you guys are looking for more guidance on how to trade, well, of course, you can always message myself, Mr. Know It All, or really any of the STP members, and we'll get you guys going and get you guys started on the charts, all right? So again, thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight. I try to be here every week for you guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. You guys have a wonderful week. And make sure you guys spread the word about STP. That's the most important thing. Spread the word about what we do here. Really do. We really want to impact as many people as we can. That is the goal. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. You guys have a wonderful week.